Welcome in, Geico Outkick Studios, Monday edition. It's October. What does that mean? Well, it's Geico-ween, of course. Don't be spooked by high rates on car insurance. Geico's brewing up spellbinding savings. They're crafting just for you. See how much you could save. Get a quote today at geico.com. My wife's got all the Halloween decorations out in the house. And I get up so early in the morning, a lot of times it's still pitch black outside, and I'll come around the corner and there's all these scary Halloween-related surprises. And what's scary as well is the NFC East in general. And if you watch Sunday Night Football, it was scary to Eagles fans when that C.J. Beathard pass into the end zone got batted around a couple of times. But the end result, not scary at all. Suddenly, the Philadelphia Eagles, who were left for dead, certainly after they ended up tied with the Cincinnati Bengals, after the decision made to punt late, they are in first place by themselves at 1-2-1 after the first 4 weeks of the season. The Washington football team is 1-3, and the Dallas Cowboys are 1-3 as well. The Giants are 0-4, and they aren't even very far out of first place. This is an atrocious division. But within that atrocious division, which they put up the graphic to kind of put into context how bad things had been, the NFC East was 1-11-1 versus other divisions coming into this game. They are now 2-11-1. The only other victory for the NFC East against another division was the Dallas Cowboys. I'm sorry, Atlanta Falcons fans, for bringing up that slow roll onside kick. And as a result, the Eagles are in first place. Now, a little bit of strategy analysis here down the stretch if you were watching this game. I don't understand why the 49ers didn't kick the ball deep instead of bringing in their kicker to try that awkward onside kick. The kickers get way too confident in their ability to come up with new ways to kick an onside kick. Here's what should have happened purely from a strategy perspective, I think. I think you should have bombed it deep, figured that you were going to get the stop, and then you would have gotten the ball back about 30 yards better than where you did on average if you got that stop. Now, I understand maybe I'm wrong and there's an analytics genius out there who can explain trying the onside kick gives you a better chance. Maybe that's the play from the analytical perspective. But I think in terms of pure likelihood, having watched end-of-game scenarios over and over and over again, they got lucky, the 49ers did, that onside kick only took 1 second. To me, as they were lining up, what they were trying to have is no time come off the clock because they scored with 2:02 left, and they really needed to just bomb the ball into the end zone, have the Eagles take the ball at the 25-yard line, and then you would have been able to guarantee yourself 3 different timeouts. I just thought that was a crazy end-of-game scenario. But the end result is that the NFC East is a dumpster fire. And if you are a Dallas Cowboy fan right now, you can't even blame Jason Garrett anymore. Your defense is fundamentally awful. You can't stop anybody. The Cleveland Browns came into your house and absolutely waxed you. Now, you tried to steal one late again like you did against the Falcons, but Odell Beckham ended that with a little reverse handoff that he took to the house. And as a result, I really don't believe that the NFC East deserves a playoff berth. At least not what I've seen based on the first 4 weeks. Now, somebody's going to get it because somebody has to win this division. But I don't know whether the Cowboys is going to be... Look, the Cowboys have a fantastic offense. But their defense is one of the worst defenses I've ever seen. And right now, they are just giving cash away if you take the overs in every Dallas Cowboy game because they're going to score 30, but they're pretty much going to give up 30 no matter who they're playing, whether it's the Falcons, whether it's the Seahawks, whether it's the Cleveland Browns. I mean, whoever lines up against the Cowboys, with the exception of week 1 with the Rams, they have been unable to stop. Now, I know they've had a lot of issues with injuries, and that obviously factors in as well. But I don't know if you are a Cowboys fan how you can have very much confidence in this team. They should be arguably 0-4. And I know they've lost a couple of close games, and you can argue, we could have had a way to win that one. But when your defense is playing as poorly as it is, I look at these teams right now and I say, man, the Eagles go on the road and they get a big road upset win. And now if you're an Eagles fan, you look back and you say, first of all, fly, Eagles, fly. But the Cowboys have given up 39, 38, and 49 points in their last 3 games. And if you're the Eagles, this was basically a must-win kind of scenario because your next 2 games are on the road against the Steelers. That ain't easy. And then you have to play against the Ravens. That's going to be incredibly easy. So let's be honest. The likelihood for the Eagles is that they are going to be 1-4-1 through 6 games. And if they are 1-4-1 through 6 games, then they get to at least play a lot of division games. So you've got the Giants, you've got the Cowboys, and you've got the Giants back to back to back. That's where you would hope if you are the Eagles, you can be in a position to win. And then you hope at the final 2 weeks of the season, you go on the road against the Cowboys, and then you get Washington at your place, and you hope you're still alive down the stretch there. But to me, this was a big win, but it almost just reiterated how bad the NFC East is right now. And if you're a Cowboy fan, I don't know exactly what you were thinking, but for most of your time as a Cowboy fan, you've been able for the past several years to just say, oh, this is Jason Garrett's fault. But now you look around and you say, boy, I don't know what the problem is here in terms of our ability to get things resolved. Now, the positive is the Giants are coming to town, and the Giants stink. And then you get the Cardinals, and the Cardinals have faded very quickly after their start. And then you get Washington, and Washington's not very good. So as bad as this 1-3 start is for the Cowboys, they should be pretty big favorites to be sitting at 4-3 when they go on the road against the Eagles. And the schedule is just not very difficult down the stretch because this division is still so bad. So I would still, even though they're a little bit back right now, I would still make the Cowboys a favorite to win this division, but they may be able to win this division with a record of 8-8, 7-9. I mean, they really might be able to pull that off. Now, we're a football show, but I want to at least mention last night, for those of you waking up early in the morning on the East Coast, a lot of you I know weren't paying attention because I saw the television ratings. Only 4.5 million people watched Game 2, which was the lowest rated NBA Finals game in the history of the last 40 years, decades of just not caring, totally erased. I mean, it's unbelievable how few people are watching the NBA. But Jimmy Butler had a whale of a basketball game, and the Miami Heat won Game 3. So they've at least served notice that potentially this is going to be a series against the Lakers. We'll see what happens on Tuesday night as to whether or not the Heat can win again to tie up the series and really make it interesting at all, or whether I thought before the before this series started, I said I thought the Lakers would win it in 5. So we'll see if the Lakers bounce back and win Game 3 and effectively end this thing by and large. But at least for those of you out there paying attention to the NBA, that's where we are in the NBA Finals as we now have a 2-1 series lead. By the way, Major League Baseball playoffs start tomorrow, and those are going to be really interesting to watch, the NLDS and the ALDS. That is underway soon. Want to tell you, go sign up for the Outkick VIP right now. Go to Outkick.com. Get hooked up. You'll love the Outkick VIP. When we come back, breaking down everything that happened across the entirety of the NFL. Also some college football talk. Just so you know, we got Sean Merriman in hour number 2. Joel Klatt will join us in hour number 3. It's all NFL and college football. This is Outkick on Fox Sports Radio.